They've called him racist, sexist, but they've never called Doug Casey wrong. Find out why at incorrectbook.com.
So let's bring in a guy who knows Massachusetts and the city of Boston very well, Mike Siegel. I've known him for decades. He's a radio guy and he's heard all over the place. WRKO radio weeknights, that's in Boston, 10 p.m. to 1. So, Mike, you know, what people don't understand who haven't lived in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts is they elect a Republican governor. All right, Mitt Romney was the governor of Massachusetts, and they have Parker now. And yet, the furthest left of people is Elizabeth Warren, and she waltzes right in to a Senate seat. How does that happen?
Basically, Bill, it's all about liberal politics in Massachusetts. I've followed this. My first job in radio was in 1972 in Fitchburg, 40 miles west of Boston, and it was the same then as it is now. If you go back to the legislature, you'll see that it's in the 50s was the last time Republicans had a majority in either the House or the Senate. It's been Democrat majority ever since. So she just feeds into that liberalism. And what's happened now in Massachusetts is that they have moved. They were a very strong labor union Democratic Party. That was the fundamental basis of Democratic Party politics in Massachusetts. And now, of course, you have this left-wing movement with Bernie in the neighboring state of Vermont. You have Elizabeth Warren, who's buying into what Bernie is doing on the far left, and they want to give free tuition and all the rest of it. So the bottom line is they've moved the Democrat liberal politics further to the left. And as a result, people are buying into it. And as you pointed out, she's had consistently a 55-30 approximate lead over her opponent, Geoff Diehl.
The people of Massachusetts elect Republican governors because they don't want their taxes to go up. They want the Republican governor to keep the lid on the spending, correct?
Well, William Weld, as governor, did that. Mitt Romney tried to do that. So, yes, but the governorship is different. You've had Frank Sargent, a Republican. You've had now Charlie Baker, of course, who's a moderate. He's not really a conservative Republican.
But I said Parker. I'm sorry. I was thinking Charlie Baker. Yeah, but what I'm trying to get across to people who don't live in New England is that they're not zombies in Massachusetts. But even though I spent a lot of time living in the Bay State, why would you vote for Elizabeth Warren, even if you were a liberal person, when you know she faked this Native American thing to advance her career? I mean, that should disqualify her right off the bat, but it does, because there's plenty of other liberals that could run for the seat, right?
Shouldn't Chappaquiddick have disqualified Ted Kennedy?
Yeah, should have, but he's a Kennedy, and it's a different emotional thing with people in Massachusetts, with the Kennedy family. But Elizabeth Warren, she's not even from Massachusetts. She's from Oklahoma.
No, she wasn't. Correct. And of course, as you pointed out, the Cherokee have this entire myth of her being Native American, and she did use it, and there's no dispute about that. Look, the Globe has become even more left-wing since the New York Times bought it.
They're all going out of business, so I don't want to even spend any time on them. They're dishonest, and there's only one good Globe columnist, and that's a woman named Joan Vinoki, who I went to Boston U with. At least she's honest. The rest of them are just taking orders and writing stuff that's ridiculous. But the mentality in Massachusetts, I'm worried about it, because if you're going to cast a ballot for somebody who obviously made this stuff up to advance her career, got caught, tried to double down on it, now is embarrassed, everybody in the country knows it's a ruse, you're still going to vote for that person? I don't know, Mike.
Apparently they're going to. Well, Geoff Diehl, now don't forget, Bill, Geoff Diehl is a strong conservative. He's not just
guy running
a makeover. He's not Democrat light. So you know about Geoff, and I mean, he was a co-chairman for Trump in Massachusetts. He believes in the wall. He believes in Veterans Administration work to clean up what's going on there. So he's been very strong on the conservative side. He, by the way, is going to go hard after Elizabeth Warren about her being basically an aristocrat. She's very well off. She's not one of the people. She's not part of the crowd. As you know, she gave $5,000 to every Democrat Party group in every state in the country, the state committees of every Democrat Party. So that's $250,000 by my figuring. That's a pretty good piece of change. She's basically buying support for her run in 2020.
Yeah, and
but
she
the
got
people
no
of Massachusetts, No, she doesn't. She's not going to win it. She can't win it. I mean, Trump would eat her up.
Well, not only that, but you get out of Massachusetts and people are going to go, we don't like the Indian thing. And they're not going to, that's the end of Elizabeth Warren. All right, Mike, we appreciate it very much. WRKO, 10-1, Boston, Massachusetts. I'll actually be in New England this weekend. I'm looking forward to that.